In this video, I'm going to show you how you can turn an old USB printer into a wireless printer. So the goal of this project is to turn an old USB printer that doesn't have any wireless capability. So that way I can make it into a Wi-Fi printer and I could print from either a laptop, a smartphone, or even a tablet. But I also want to keep the budget under $50. For my testing, I'm going to use this old HP Deskjet A12C printer. Now I had this printer stored in my house for quite some time now, and I believe this was manufactured back in 1998 or 1999. So I also need a device that will allow me to make my USB printer into a wireless printer so I see it on the network. And I decided to go with the Apple Airport Express. Now this is an Apple Airport Express that came out back in 2008. Now the Airport Express model that you want to keep an eye out for is either the first generation or the second generation. Either model A1264 or model A1392. Those two options will work. But do not get A1084 or A1088 because those do not work with the Apple Airport utility that I'll show you in a little bit. One thing to keep in mind is that the Airport Express does not make a printer into an AirPrint printer. And the model I went with is the A1264, and you can actually find it on eBay. They're pretty reasonable pricing right now, and a lot of people are reselling them. So if you want to use the Airport Express, a good place to look for it is on eBay. So now I'm going to show you how you can set this up on a Windows PC. First thing you want to do is download the printer drivers from the manufacturer's website. So whatever brand your printer is, try to look for the drivers on their website. If you can't find the drivers on the manufacturer's website, you might be able to download them via Windows Update. And I'll show you that in a little bit later on in this video. Next up, you're going to download and install the Airport utility for Windows and also the Bonjour printer services. I'll leave all the links in the description. Next up, you want to plug in the Apple Airport Express and then reset it. And there's a little reset button on this model. You just hold it down for about 5 seconds using a paperclip, and you're going to see that amber light flashes. Now on Windows, go ahead and open up the Airport Utility tool, and the first thing you're going to see is that Windows Defender Firewall has blocked this specific service. So what you want to do is you want to be able to allow access. Now you can play around with the firewall settings a little bit later. Once you are in this main window, you're going to see the Airport Express, and just go ahead and click on Continue. And now it's going to ask you what you want to do. Since this has been used before, I could restore it or replace it with the previous setup. Next up, go ahead and create a Airport Express password. This will be basically the admin password just in case you ever need to make changes to your Airport Express. Next, I'm going to choose I want Airport Express to join my current network. I want to just connect this Airport Express to my current Wi-Fi network. And then click Next. And I'm going to use it wirelessly, but you also have the choice to use the Ethernet option as well. So I'm going to click on Continue. Then you'll select the current wireless network in your house, and then the wireless security, usually it's WPA2, and after that you're going to type in the password to your wireless network. Click on Continue, and then click on Update. And you're going to see this message, and go ahead and just click on Continue. And now you're just going to have to wait a little bit for the device to restart. Once it has restarted, you're going to see that the setup has been completed. And you could go ahead and quit the Apple Airport utility. Now if you did disable your firewall earlier, you could go back into your firewall settings and turn it back on. Also in Windows Security, you also might want to allow a specific app to go through the firewall, particularly the Airport utility and also the Bonjour print services. Now plug in the USB printer to the Airport Express's USB ports and then power on your printer. Open up the Bonjour printer wizard and select the printer. Go ahead and click on Next. And now you're going to have to select the driver. Now if you don't have the driver, just go ahead, select the generic text-only driver, and then this printer will be added to your computer. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use Windows Update to look for the printer driver. I'm going to go to Control Panel, go to View Devices, and then go to Printers, go to the printer properties of my printer, go to Advanced, and then select New Driver, click on Next, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to click on Windows Update, because right now I don't have any drivers for my printer, and I could not find it on the manufacturer's website. So I'm gonna click on Windows Update. Now you just have to wait a few minutes. Once you have waited for a few minutes, on the left hand side, you're gonna see all these different manufacturers' printer driver. And what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna search for my particular printer and see if the driver for this Deskjet A12 exists. And there it is. I'm gonna click on the HP Deskjet A12C, click on next, and now I just click on finish. So I'll be using the HP Deskjet A12C printer driver. So now I want to do a little test print. So what I did was I grabbed my laptop, remote into my Windows desktop, and then printed out a test document. And lo and behold, I was able to print wirelessly using this old printer. Now this clip was a little bit sped up because the printer is old. It did kind of print very slowly, but in the end, it printed. Now let's take a look how to set this up on a macOS computer. First thing you need is, again, download the printer drivers from the manufacturer website, or you can also download the printer drivers from Apple's website. Unfortunately, those drivers don't work on macOS Monterey or Ventura. There might be some default printer drivers within macOS, but it might not be for every single brand. If you can't find any drivers at all, try using the Gutenberg drivers. They do support a lot of different printers. Next up, you want to plug in the Apple Airport Express and then reset it. And there's a little reset button on this model, and you just hold it down for about 5 seconds using a paperclip, and you can see that amber light flashes. Now go into the Applications folder, and then Utilities, and then open up the Airport Utility application. You can also do a spotlight search as well. And then on the left hand side, under the other Wi-Fi devices, go ahead and click on your Airport Express. Now it's going to start gathering information about your network. And then go ahead, click on other options, select add to an existing network, choose the Wi-Fi network that you want to connect to, and then type in the password for your Airport Express. And after that, type in the password to your wireless network. Now we wait for the Airport Express to be joined to your existing Wi-Fi network. And once that's done, the setup has been completed. Now plug in the USB printer to the Airport Express's USB ports, and then power on your printer. On your Mac, click on the Apple icon, System Preferences, and then Printers and Scanners. And then go ahead, click on the little plus sign to add your printer. Then go ahead and select your printer. I'm going to select my HP A12C printer. For some reason it's showing an A10, but it still works. And I just go ahead under the select software in the use area. I'm going to select the printer driver. And in my case, I'm going to use the Deskjet series. Go ahead and click on OK. And then click on add. And now the printer has been added to my macOS computer. And now I'm going to do a little test print. So I just randomly got a test print document and was able to print directly from this Deskjet A12 series wirelessly. I did sped up this clip because, again, this printer is old and it does print a little bit slower. But in the end, it still worked. So what about mobile device printing? Well, let's take a look on the iOS side of things. And the one app that I used before is called Printer Pro. Now, I downloaded this a long time ago from Riato, but unfortunately, they discontinued it. And while it does detect my printer, when I do try to do a little test print, it doesn't work properly. Now, as you can see right here, I'm going to do a little test print using the Printer Pro app, and take a look what happens to the page. As you can see, it prints nothing, just blank pages. Unfortunately, a lot of the printer apps on the App Store only supports AirPrint printers. And of course, the Airport Express doesn't make your printer into an AirPrint compatible printer. So on an iOS device, I still haven't found an app that will allow me to print properly with this printer. If you have any suggestions on which app I should try using, please leave a comment below. Now on an Android device, I actually have better results. I use something called NocoPrint, and this particular application, I was able to detect my printer and also able to do a little test print. Now, NocoPrint is available for free on the Google Play Store, but the free version does have a lot of ads. So when you do one print job, it's going to show ads. You could pay to upgrade to their premium service, and that way you won't have any ads. But take a look at this. I was able to print directly from my Android device using NocoPrint. So mobile device printing is kind of hit or miss depending which platform you are using. Now here are some troubleshooting steps that you can take. If you're having problems setting up the Airport Express using a computer, you can use an iOS device. Just open up the Airport Utility tool and follow the instructions, and it's pretty much basically the same if you've used the macOS version. If you're having trouble setting it up on Windows, make sure to disable your firewall. So the grand total of this whole project is $32.07. The Airport Express that I bought from eBay cost $14.02, and actually the most expensive part of this project is actually the ink for this printer, which cost $18.05. Overall, what are your thoughts on using an Apple Airport Express as a print server? Do you have other recommendations? Please leave your comments below. And I'll also be leaving the links to the software that you might need to help set this process up. And I'll also leave some links where you can buy the Apple Airport Express and also the printer ink if you have the same printer. Please be aware that some of the links in the description are affiliate links, so when you make a purchase, I do get a little commission from it. If you'd like to support the channel, I also launched a Ko-Fi page. Feel free to check it out, and I'll leave a link in the description. If you want to learn how to digitize your audio cassette tapes, you can check out that video right here.